Black Friday has become the biggest scam on earth, where companies would purposely jack up the prices weeks before the holidays and pretend to offer huge discounts to consumers, when in reality, they're just selling it for the same price. Well, that is why I do a Black Friday video every year on the channel, sharing actual tech deals with you. I look through the price history to determine if the product is in fact on sale or if it's just a marketing scam. I'm going to be covering a variety of products from different categories in this video, so with that said, open up your wallets or grab some tissue paper, sit back and relax, and let's get started. Right after our sponsor, Linus Media Group. The LTT Store is offering free Black Friday shipping when users spend $100 or more, so why not grab a few things like their OG backpack? The ultimate companion for travel, work, and everyday adventures. It's got tons of room for activities, easy access to all 22 pockets and sleeves, and a built-in RFID blocking pocket to secure your valuables. And for a limited time, all buyers will get a free gift with the backpack, either a Corsair Thunderbolt 3 dock or Sennheiser HD 650 headphones. The store also has you covered with all of your cable management needs with their popular magnetic CM arch desk solution. These are all designed to work with any surface. You can use the cable ties and the arches to help keep the cables from sagging like your Nana's melons. And if you have bulky power bricks, the power brick holders are a godsend, allowing you to keep them grouped up and hidden from sight. Now, for a limited time, if you buy any of the MCM arch desk solution, you'll actually get 2 free XL arches included in your package. And finally, they have a brand new release, the Black Scribedriver Bolt Action Pen and Pencil. They turned unused screwdriver shafts into a precision machine mechanical pen with a smooth and premium finish. The grip section provides a comfortable hold for control and consistency, and they made it very easy to refill by shipping it with standard pen cartridges. Now, this pen will be released on November 27th, however, it is a limited edition, so it won't be restocked once it's sold out. If you guys want to check out any of their stuff, I'll drop a link to the store down below. Okay, kicking off the video, let's talk about some deals that Bambu Labs is offering for Black Friday. As you guys know, I've been having a ton of fun 3D printing some cool stuff on the channel. In fact, I picked up 2 more 3D printers to keep up with the demand of our store. One of which is the Bambu A1 Combo, which is perfect for beginners. It comes with AMS light, allowing you to hook up 4 different filaments for multicolored prints, and it took me only 15 minutes to set up and start printing. It features full auto calibration, it's quiet, and it prints as good as my X1 Carbon, despite being half the size. For Black Friday, they're having a 47% off site-wide, but for the A1 printer specifically, it's going for $280, which is 30% off. But looking at the price history, the printer was averaging around $600 from June through October before dropping down to $280. So this is in fact the lowest price at the moment for this printer. The second printer I picked up was the P1S. This one's an all-around enclosed 3D printer with an optional AMS2 Pro. It is a tad bit more expensive, however, with the enclosed body, it pretty much works right out of the box after a quick 15-minute setup. It's much quieter, and is perfect for projects using advanced filaments like ABS, nylon, and others. This unit usually retails for $1148, which includes the printer, the AMS2 Pro, and all of these accessories. So for Black Friday, you're saving nearly 50% off, which is the most I've seen for this printer, and most likely won't be able to see until next Black Friday. If you guys have been wanting to step into the wonderful world of 3D printing, I can't recommend these printers enough. Every year, we host a Black Friday event on our store where everything is 20% off, and this year is no exception. All TS pads will be 20% off for the remainder of the week. We have over 100 different designs to choose from, or you can upload your very own custom image. So if you guys have been holding off on buying a Techsource pad, now's the best time since we only do this once a year. Also, we are doing 20% off all of our posters that we just launched. You can pick from any of our current designs from season 1 or upload your very own custom image. This is also the only time we're offering a discount on our posters because they've been selling like toilet paper during COVID. Techsourceshop.com if you want to check it out. Guys, Innocn is having an insane deal on their 27-inch 1440p OLED gaming monitor. I mean, this thing is packing a 500 Hz refresh rate, 0.03 millisecond response time, and it comes with this pretty cool minimalistic white stand that offers adjustability. However, it is basic compatible, so you can mount this on your desk or your wall. But check this, the original price is $1,000, which hasn't been discounted at all since the launch of this monitor until today. They dropped it down to $637, which is $363 off. Like, this is the most I've seen for a 1440p 500Hz monitor, and easily one of the best discounts from today's video. Personally, I think 500Hz is absolutely overkill, but for those looking for the fastest 1440p OLED monitor for gaming at the cheapest price, this is it. Despite the outrageous DDR5 prices, there's still gonna be a ton of people building PCs during the holidays. In fact, I managed to find some pretty sweet deals on PC hardware, which will go later in this video. But first, every PC will need an operating system. Now, don't get fooled paying full price for a Windows CD key, because you can grab a legitimate copy of Windows 11 through VIPURCDKEY.com. Usually they give you 20% off using the code TS20. However, just for Black Friday, they raise the discount up to 28%. However, you do have to use the new code TS25 to unlock the cheapest price. This code also works for Windows 11 Home and Microsoft Office 2016. So make sure to take advantage of that while the code is active. This will be the only time where the prices are this low until next Black Friday. Fifine is also having a sale on some of their popular audio gear like the AM8T mic bundle that comes with a boom arm. This is a plug-and-play dynamic USB mic with an XLR option. However, the default USB connection is good enough for recording and gaming. The mic also has two dedicated dials to control the volume for both the mic and the headset, and there's a bit of RGB as well. The mic bundle's prices fluctuate quite a bit actually, anywhere from its original price of $68 all the way down to $43, which is the lowest it has been from September to April. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint the price, so we'll just take the average, which is $55. Right now it's set to $55, but for Black Friday, you can get an extra 10% off using the code on the screen, knocking the price down to around $50. Hardly a discount, if you ask me, but this is technically the lowest price since April of this year. The SC3 audio mixer pairs very nicely with the mic, as it expands the connectivity of your setup for additional gear, like speakers, headphones, and an XLR connection, but it's much more than that. There's also a voice changer built in, mic monitoring, and 12 different kinds of tone settings to change your audio. The mixer usually jumps back and forth between $40 and $50. However, for Black Friday, they're offering another 15% off, dropping the price to $36, which is the lowest that it has ever been. Not exactly the best deals from Fifine during Black Friday, but I mean, their stuff don't really cost much to begin with, which makes sense. I mean, their profit margin is probably very little during Black Friday as is. And besides, there are literally 5,000 people buying these mics every month. All right, if you guys need a good cooler for your next PC build, Sudokoo is having a Black Friday sale on two of their popular coolers, which I featured in two separate builds on the channel. The Proteus 360 is an all-in-one cooler that sports a magnetic rotatable pump with a 3.4-inch digital screen, which you can customize with hardware info or images and videos. It usually goes for $260. However, for Black Friday, they are dropping the price all the way down to $195, which is 25% off, saving you 65 buckaroos on a solid 360 AIO. The SK700V is also another solid cooler that I built a PC with. In fact, it's one of my favorite air coolers of 2025 because of its sleek, minimal design and digital screen that shows off hardware info. This cooler usually goes for $90, and it has yet to be discounted until today. 20% off for Black Friday, dropping the price down to $72, which is about $18 off on a very nice dual fan air cooler. If anyone is looking to become a content creator over the holidays, or maybe you just want to step up your audio game, then you're in luck because Hollyland actually has some pretty sweet deals on their mics. I've been using them for the past 5 years, and I'm even recording on one right now for this video, and I can't recommend them enough. Their Lark A1 combo, which is one of their entry-level mics that come with 2 transmitters, 1 Lightning and USB-C receiver, along with a charging case, is currently going for $48 on Black Friday. However, looking at the price history, we can see that the mics have been at this price before for a brief time back in October. So technically, this isn't the first time that they have lowered the price this much. But it is the lowest it will ever be for this week. The Lark Max Ultimate Combo, however, will have the biggest sell. With this, you get 2 transmitters, 1 USB-C receiver, a charging case, and the OWS earphones, so you can monitor the sound wirelessly. Once again, this was on a brief sale back in October. However, it usually goes for $280, but for Black Friday, they are bringing it back down to $223, which will be the lowest price for the remainder of the week. For those looking to pick up a dashcam this holiday season, Vantrue, which is one of the best brands for dashcams, has you covered. Their NF5S is currently at its lowest price. This is the only dash cam with 4 channels and Starvis 2 sensors on every lens. It's basically a dash cam on steroids. It has a 2.7K front camera, a 2K rear with dual 1080p interior cameras. You get complete 360 surveillance, so whatever happens near your car, you're gonna be aware of it. Even in the dark, it's got very impressive low light performance with very little grain, and when I park, it detects motion or impact and starts recording automatically. It does come with both front and rear cameras, plus all the mounting accessories and cables to get you set up in your vehicle. Now this usually bounces between $320 and $420, but for Black Friday, it's at $290, which is the lowest price. And if you use the code SOURCEN5S, you can knock another $28 off the total. Now Govee, on the other hand, is having a really good sale on their lighting kits. First up is the Invisual TV Backlight T2. This transforms your room into a private home theater by extending the on-screen colors to your walls. The camera attaches to the top of your TV and it syncs the content on the screen with the lights in real time. It works seamlessly with all types of content from movies, TV shows, sports, and games, and it works with all TV sizes from 55 all the way up to 100 inches. On Black Friday, they dropped the price down to $75, which is supposedly 46% off, if you're factoring in the original price of $140. However, the price history tells a different story. While the lights do in fact sell for $140 since November of last year, these lights have dipped as low as $80 before. Like, this isn't the first time it has been discounted. However, it is technically at its lowest price. If we take the average price, which is $110, then it means these lights are only $35 off for Black Friday and not the $65 they are claiming. Still a discount though. Now the Govee SyncBox 2 on the other hand pretty much does the same thing but without the camera. However, the biggest difference is that this uses AI and algorithms to customize lighting with game actions, which expands your immersion while gaming. The box has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports supporting up to 8K at 60 Hz. So you can hook up your consoles or any devices via HDMI 2.1, and this supports TVs from 55 inches all the way up to 85 inches. For Black Friday, they're selling it for $90, which is an insane deal considering the lowest these have ever been were at $200, providing more than 50% off, saving you guys $110 for these awesome lights. Honestly, Govee Lights make the best gift for anyone for the holidays, especially with Christmas around the corner. Like, this is the best time to grab some lights for Christmas gifts since they are offering up to 50% off. Okay, let's kick it off and look at some PC parts, starting with an incredible deal on a pre-built PC from Micro Center. So check this out, guys. The PowerSpec G729 that features a Ryzen 7 7800X 3D, 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, and the RX 9070 XT is going for $1,600. I actually looked up all the parts separately, and if you were to build this PC yourself, it would actually cost you $1,938 with today's prices. I'm not even including the cost of the CD key and other, miscellaneous items. The only things I don't really like about the PC are the case choice and the 240mm AIO, but I mean, you're saving $340 on a brand new system. Here's a supposed deal from Newegg on the 9800X 3D processor, and honestly, I didn't expect Newegg to stoop this low. You guys see what I'm seeing here? $479 with a $25 code. So it brings the price of the 9800X 3D down to $450, but the $450 price is the actual retail price of the CPU. Like, this is how much they've been selling it for like the past few months. So this is not a discount at all. Now this is an actual discount. The PowerColor 9070 XT is going for $600, where in fact it was previously priced at $700. So you're actually saving like $100 on a solid AMD GPU. Same with this model of the 9070 XT. The Red Devil was priced at $820 before, and now it's going for $650. So you're saving a whopping $170 on the fastest AMD GPU in the market, if you include FSR4. And here's another PowerColor RX 9070 XT for $600. However, this is the Reaper model, and this card usually goes for $670, but it was dropped down to $600, which was the same price for Prime Day back in October. So, I mean, this is officially the lowest that it will ever get, saving you $70. Now, if you're lucky enough to live near a Micro Center, I would personally make the drive out and buy the ASRock Challenger instead. This is actually the cheapest 9070 XT in the market, coming in at $570. This one usually goes for $610, so you can save 40 bucks on Black Friday, which is already a lot on GPUs, considering they don't have to discount them because people are gonna buy them anyways. This guy on Amazon is selling an RTX 5090 for $900, which is obviously a scam. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is to warn everyone during the holidays not to buy GPUs that are priced ridiculously low. If it's too good to be true, it most likely is. One of the best ways you can tell is by clicking on the seller and reading their reviews. Because it is fulfilled by Amazon, any complaints regarding shipment will get automatically removed by Amazon, hence why they're able to maintain 100% positive feedback. Another dead giveaway is the address. If you see anything in Chinese, run the hell out of there as soon as possible. Be careful out there, guys. The Cooler Master 360 is also at its lowest price ever, $60 if you use the coupon price right on Amazon. Its average price is around $97, so you're actually saving 37 bucks on a solid 360 AIO. If you have a slightly higher budget, I do recommend going with the Traix Panorama instead if you fancy the OLED curved displays on your AIOs. This is on sale for $50. Even though there is no price history, I concur that these usually go for $350 because I've used them in a few subscriber PC builds in the past. So this is actually on sale. The cheapest good quality 850 watt power supply I can find for Black Friday goes to Rosewell. This is an 80 plus gold certified fully modular PSU with the PCI 5.1 cable. And this one goes for $70. Normally this goes for $90, as do most other 850 watt fully modular power supplies, so you'll be saving around 20 bucks on this unit. With the prices of storage drives going up alongside DDR5 memory, a lot of people are actually buying external drives. Well, Seagate has a pretty sweet deal on a 28 terabyte external hard drive. It's going for $290, which is down 40 V-Bucks from its original price of $330. This was never discounted before, so you are getting it at its lowest price. I'm actually surprised that this is going for this price with all things considered. An 8 terabyte M2 Gen 5 drive, not Gen 4, for $750. This usually goes for $900, so it's 150 bucks off. And just for reference, a Gen 4 8 terabyte drive goes for almost $700. This is basically double the speed, but for only $50 more. You know, for those storage hungry fiends out there, this is an absolute must pick up. In fact, I'm buying a few for my next build. Now, for those who prefer an external SSD as opposed to a hard drive, look no further because the Crucial X10 2 terabyte portable SSD is going for $135, which is 25 bucks off if you factor in the average price. Since DDR5 prices are cooking our wallets, a lot of people are actually switching over to console, believe it or not. Well, the PS5 Slim digital version is going for $400, which is a decent deal considering this normally goes for $440, so you can save 40 bucks on Black Friday. Alternatively, the PS5 Pro is also on sale for $650. Its original price is $750. However, it has been at $700 for most of the year, except in June, where it dropped down to its lowest price, just like today, saving another $50 off the Pro model. Every year, Sony and Microsoft get together and they both decide to discount their controllers at the exact time. Like, I don't know why every single year it's the same discount at the same exact time. $55 for Black Friday for the PS5 controller specifically. They hardly discounted at all during the entire year, only during the holidays and Prime Days, as you can see on the price history. So if your controllers are falling apart, now's the time to stock up. Same with the Xbox controller. It's technically at its lowest price, however, it usually averages around 55, so you're only saving 15 bucks on each controller, which is much less than the savings on the PS5 controller. But I mean, a discount is a discount at this point. They do offer discounts on the other colors, but they're not as high compared to the black one. Do keep that in mind. I don't normally feature laptops in these Black Friday videos because the prices are so high, but I'm gonna make the exception this time because I found some really good deals on a few of them. First up is the MSI Vector 16HX. This is rocking some solid specs and an RTX 5070 Ti. Now this is going for $1,660, but you won't believe the original price of this thing, $2,100. So you're saving 440 bucks, which is insane on a gaming laptop right now. Here's another great deal on a gaming laptop. The Asus TUF F16 is at a very low price of $750. which is down quite a bit from their previous lowest price of $900. This is another prime example of companies jacking up the price weeks before Black Friday to make it seem like it's an insanely good deal. So I'm not even looking at the original price of $12.59 because this was discounted quite a few times, as you can see in the price history. So I'm going to be taking the lowest price back in August, which was $900. So when you factor that in reality, you're only saving $150 and not $510 that they are making you believe. For those who prefer a smaller and thinner laptop, the LG Gram is also discounted, like they do every single Black Friday. It is currently down to $1197 from its previous low price of $1,400, saving you a little over $200. And if you prefer Apple, the brand new 2025 MacBook Air 13-inch with the M4 chip is going for $750, which is about $100 off if you factor in the average price. Okay, here's a pair of really good cans from Sennheiser, the HD 599s. They are currently going for $100, which is the lowest price. However, they try to trick their customers by jacking up the price a few weeks before to make it seem like there's a huge discount, when in reality, there isn't. The price history is all over the place, but if we take the average, which is $150, you'll actually be saving only $50 on these headphones and not $140 that they claim, but still a good deal. The Bose QCs always go on sale throughout the year and they bounce between $360 and $200. However, on Black Friday, it will always be at the lowest price. If we take the average, which is $260, you can save $60 on these amazing headphones. I actually own a pair myself. However, if you live near Costco, I do recommend going in and grabbing it there for an additional $30 off. For the ballers out there, the Ultra model is also on sale for $50 off. Side note, these have never been discounted before. This is the first time I'm seeing this. The Apple AirPods 4 also have a discount this year, down to $100 from the average price of $150, saving you $50 on a pair of solid earbuds. I did find some nice deals on gaming monitors this year, so I'll start with 1080p and then go up in resolution. So starting with a 240Hz display from Kuri. This one is a 25-inch curved VA panel with a 1 millisecond response time. And looking at the price history, we can see a steady drop over time, with today's price being the lowest that it has ever been, saving you around $30. If you want to go with a more reputable brand and you don't mind sacrificing the refresh rate, then the Asus TUF Gaming 25-inch is another solid option. This one is also going for $100. However, its price history is all over the place. So if I take the average, which is $135, then you will technically be saving $35 on a solid 180Hz IPS gaming monitor. However, if you want the absolutely cheapest gaming monitor with a reputable brand, then the Asus TUF Gaming 24-inch is currently the lowest price I found on Black Friday, coming in at only $80, which makes no sense considering it's a 144Hz IPS panel with 1 millisecond response time. And looking at the price history, this hasn't been discounted since July of this year, but even then, it was never this low. So if I take the average, which is $130, you're actually saving $50 on a solid 144Hz gaming monitor. I suspect this is gonna sell out very quickly. Okay, let's bump up the resolution to 1440p. The first monitor up is the Innocn 25G2S. It's a 240Hz, 1440p display, 1 millisecond response time with built-in speakers. It's going for $150 with no price history, which leads me to believe that this has never been discounted, and its original price was $225. So you'll be saving $75 for Black Friday. The next step up in terms of quality is the Asus TUF Gaming 27-inch. This is a 300Hz IPS panel with 0.3 millisecond response time, and it's going for $200, which is $65 down compared to its average price of $265. Okay, let's look at some ultrawide monitors, starting with the 34-inch ultrawide 180Hz panel from Alienware. This averages around $350, but for Black Friday, it's down to $270, which is the lowest price ever recorded for this display. The Samsung 32-inch Odyssey is also on sale. This is a 1440p, 144Hz curved monitor. However, looking at the price history, you can see that Samsung jacked up the price a week before. Come on, Samsung, you better than this. The actual average price is more like $265, So you're saving $65 instead of the $150 that they're making it seem like. Still not a bad deal, but I mean, come on, Samsung. Okay, now here is an actual deal from LG. Take notes, Samsung. We have a 34-inch 1440p monitor with a 240 Hz refresh rate that is going for $677. But upon looking at the price history, I can confirm that it fluctuates between its original price of $1,400 all the way down to its current price, which is the lowest it has ever been. So for Black Friday, you're saving an average of $361. Not bad. For the big boys out there who prefer a super ultra wide, do I have some deals for you? The Odyssey G9 is currently at its lowest price ever at $740. Looking at the price history, it does fluctuate quite a bit, so we have to take the average, which is $1,020, meaning you will save $280 on this monstrosity of a display. The OLED version is also on sale for $900. The price on this changes a lot over the year. However, if we take the average, which is $1,250, then you'll be saving $350. So you're spending more, but you're also saving a lot more. Personally, I would pick up the OLED version over the previous model for the added health benefits, and also it's a much faster monitor. If you guys haven't switched over to a 4K smart TV yet, what are you doing? Your patience has finally paid off, because you can now get a nasty, disgusting 65-inch 4K TV from Samsung for only $330. TVs have gotten cheap. Wow. Now this normally goes for $600, which means you can save 270 buckaroos during Black Friday, but unfortunately, it's only at Costco. Interestingly, the Ray-Ban Meta's Gen 1 are on sale for $263. These have never been discounted since last Black Friday. In fact, they are the lowest price ever, saving you $66. Is your child constantly getting lost? Well, maybe it's time to stuff some AirTags into their shoes. During Black Friday, you can get a pack of 4 AirTags for a whopping $10 off. God forbid Apple actually give good discounts on Black Friday on their already overpriced stuff. The Meta Quest 3S is also kind of discounted, but not really though. I mean, it was the same price back in July, but most of the time it was sitting at $300, so yeah, $50 off is still a decent deal. Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra 256 gig model is seeing a huge, enormous discount for Black Friday. Compared to its last price of $1,300, you're saving a whopping $400. However, this isn't the first time that they dropped the price this low. They also did it back in April and May, but it's safe to say that they don't do it often, and you are getting a very nice discount for Black Friday. The popular Ring video doorbell is going for $50. Now this usually bounces between $100 and $50, so if you wanted to grab it while it's at its lowest price, now's the time. Okay, well, unfortunately, I ran out of space on YouTube to put my links, so check in the deal section of techsourceshop.com for the most up-to-date deals. Let me know in the comment section if you guys picked up anything for Black Friday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.